Howdy, welcome to Uncle Dave's Brigade. If you're new here, what I do is I do a review of songs, mostly classic rock, but I do some country as well. And the way I do it is I don't stop the music. Once I play the video, I'll let it play all the way through. If you like that kind of thing, hit like, subscribe, post notifications down below, and leave a comment and a suggestion. And I'll always like to see what you want to hear me play. So today I've got ZZ Top, one of my favorite bands, a little band from Texas. And they've got a song called Balinese. And I'll tell you what's a Balinese. Well, I'll tell you what that is at the end. I'll tell you the history. It's a real place in Texas, and it's a place of entertainment. And I'll go into more of that in just a few minutes. But first, let's get to it. It's from the Fandango album. I looked for a live one. I couldn't find a good live version, but we got the album cut. So a good chord progression here on this song. So let's take a look and listen. Balinese. Dusty takes the lead on this one as far as vocal. Dusty, the late great Dusty, took the lead vocals on that, and of course Frank Beard doesn't get enough credit, I think, as a drummer, and he had a real good drum beat there, and he filled in the gaps between the two, and they came off their Fandango album, 1976. Kind of the unique thing about that album, part of it was live, part of it was studio, and it was a great album. It was a monster album. But the Balinese itself was the entertainment center. It was on a pier in the Galveston, in the Gulf of Mexico. It was a 1/4 mile long pier, and at the end of the pier was this entertainment room, and it was a very fancy place. Back in, I think it started in the 20s and 30s and 40s, and went all the way until 1961 when Hurricane Carla destroyed it. But it was back in the day when Frank Sinatra would come and perform there. Bob Hope, the Marx Brothers, the big names of that day would come and perform there, and they would. But back in the day of Prohibition, they would sell alcohol and they would have gambling. Well, gambling is not legal in Texas. It's still not, except for the lottery. And so what they would do it was kind of a speakeasy kind of a situation. They had a buzzer at the front end of the pier, and the sheriff would come to raid the place, and the buzzer would go off as soon as somebody would cross that pier, and it would alert the people inside the Balinese. Well, whenever that happened, they would hide all of the liquor and hide all the gambling equipment and everything. And by the time they crossed a quarter mile to get to the place and open up the doors, everything was gone. So every so often, it was a cat and mouse game where the sheriff would come down and raid the place and try to catch them. I'm sure they got caught, several times, but it was destroyed in 1961 by Hurricane Carly. It was rebuilt in 2001 without the casino, of course, but then it got hit again by another hurricane. I forget which one, and was destroyed and never rebuilt. The pier is still there, but there is not a restaurant or gambling house there. But this was a place that that the boys, the ZZ Top, would go and visit as young men and have their fun, and they wrote a song about it. So there are several songs that ZZ Top has written that are based on true stories or true things here in Texas. And one of them is LaGrange. That's a true story about the chicken ranch, and they made a movie out of it, the best little whorehouse in Texas. And this one is another one, and Heard It on the X is another one. So be listening for those. I've done those. So take a look into my library and you'll be able to see it. But thanks for dropping in. That's enough about this one today. I hope you enjoyed it, and hit like, subscribe, push notification bell, and leave a comment for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Be nice to each other and be nice to yourself. Bye.